welcome to the next edition of the awards for Franchise Broker of the Year 2022. We are joined by Karleen. Karleen, you've been in this industry for a very long time. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got in.
Yeah, so I've been franchising now for about 25 years. I started on the franchisor side, helping franchisors recruit new successful franchisees. And I did that for about 19 years. And then I moved into the coaching and consulting side about 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow. Well, we have had so many comments about you in particular and how supportive you are of your franchisees. I was saying earlier, you can see our little graphic down there, the great franchisee. We talk to franchisees all of the time, and they have many things to say about the people who help them along the way, who encourage them, who stand by them, who answer their questions. One of the things that someone said about you was that you let people go at their own pace. Do you think that's the secret to being a great broker?
I think that's a lot of it. Yeah, I really do. And if my clients ever feel like they're getting pushback or getting pushed along in the process, it's something that I address with the franchisors. I think somebody who has a full-time job, oftentimes they're a little slower to go through the process. And I think, my job as a coach and a consultant is to make sure that they do a thorough investigation and they haven't skipped any steps. And when they feel pressured, that's when it's easy to skip steps. So yeah, I really work to make sure that they're going through at whatever pace is comfortable for them.
Well, a lot of clients mentioned that you were pretty great. So congratulations. I know that it's probably a really big honor just to hear client feedback for sure. So what would you say to franchisors who are looking for the perfect franchisees in 2022? What advice would you have for them?
I think a couple things. I think being selective is really important, not being afraid to walk away from a client if they're not the perfect fit for the business. And one of the things that I always tell my clients is they have to know what are the top 2 or 3 critical success factors in that franchise. If they do A, B, and C, there's no reason they shouldn't be a top performer. And make sure when they take a look in the mirror, do they have those 3 skill sets? And so I think franchisors have to clearly identify what their top 3 success factors are. Here's what our top franchisees do time and time again that ensures that they're successful. I think the other thing that's really important right now is being as accurate as possible in the item 7. Prices have gone up, and I think sometimes franchisors try to minimize that number because they think it looks better, but truly setting a realistic expectation so that when the franchisee is out and doing their financing, they've got access to all the funds that they need to truly be successful in that business. So I think making sure that their item 7 reflects the increase of prices that we've seen and that they're building as much working capital into that number as necessary to be successful.
Maybe it's because I'm new to the industry, but my goodness, it seems like a lot of people are getting into franchising. Do you feel like that has just bumped up incredibly?
Yeah, I think, anytime that the economy is struggling, franchising does well. When people are out of work, they're trying to figure out what their next chapter looks like. I think that's part of it. I also think, the great resignation of 2021, so many people I've worked with have said, I got a taste for what it was like to be home and be able to take my kids to school and spend more time with my family. And I don't want to go back to traveling, and I don't want to go back to that corporate position. This is the time to do my own thing. So yeah, I think it's been a very busy year.
Busy, exactly.
Yeah.
So what does winning look like to you in your position for a franchisee and for a franchisor?
The way that I define winning, I stay in contact with all of my clients. And I love to call them after they've been in this business for a year and see how they're doing. And for me, winning is when they tell me there were no major surprises. They did that thorough investigation. They didn't skip any of those steps. And yeah, franchising isn't all rainbows and unicorns every day. I mean, it's a roller coaster, and I tell them that. But I think my job, if I've done a thorough job with my client, there were no major surprises when they got into this business. And so to me, that's the definition of winning, was in a year out, they say, I'm glad I made this decision. Winning for me is just, it's helping my clients change their lives every day. I love what I do. I'm blessed to do what I do because I get to help people better their lives for themselves and their families every day.
Well, it sounds like on the other side of that, the franchisee is definitely winning with you as their broker. The franchisors are definitely winning with you on their side. So, congratulations on this nomination, this award this year. It is coming highly deserved. Thanks so much
Thank
for being with
you.
us.
Thank you.